Hi guys. Looks like maybe condensate on the roof got down. Even though I oiled that blade up, it got nasty. I'm gonna have to get my wire brush and steel wool pad. Didn't look at the other side. Just noticed that when I come back. No, that side's all right. So it must have just been bouncing on the one side. Not gonna be doing any sawing, I don't think, today. I might saw some of this stuff up just for size on that crate that I'm making. And they'll warp out they'll warp out all right. I don't need to be sending out good wood. I got more battery problems. I was gonna nail that crate together. You saw if you made it to the end of the movie last night. I was gonna nail that crate together, and got the old Paslow gun out, and the battery was dead in it, which it's been a while since I used it, so I kind of expected that. That's not a problem. So I put it on the battery charger all night, and guess what? It's still dead this morning. And it's going flashing that that's a bad battery. So I had to put another one in there. So I'm working on that. So I'm looking for some things called old-fashioned banging in nails. So I got a few in that thing. I was going to start. Oh, another thing that was weird on the car. My car started right up this morning. And the battery showed 13.8 volts on it, which was kind of interesting. Just for thing, but when I was having problems with it yesterday, I had the hood open and I was starting or trying to key, and then I was getting the jumper cables. One part along the line, it locked all of its doors with the keys inside, but I have backup keys, and the horn went off. And there was something else that happened. I think the trunk lid popped too. I don't know. It was a weird combination of crap that went on. Yesterday was just strange. Got some mowing done yesterday. I think I said that last night. Doing an oil change on the Lickity log splitter. I would have started there, except for, well, I would have started up at the house trying to nail that box together, the bottom part of that box together. But everything didn't work out too well up there. So now I started doing the oil change on the Lickity log splitter. So we're going to go down there and work on that, because I got to get that thing loaded and ready to go. But I got to wash my truck. I got mowing to do, tons of stuff to do. So that's where we're at. We'll be back in a minute. We're going to go down and wait till you see the contraption I got for getting the Lickity log splitter oil out. That upsets the crap out of me too. I try to keep that blade shiny. That's maybe an animal came by and took a leak on it, like backed up to it. It's even rusty up here. That stuff just isn't scraping off. That really bothers me. Oh well. It's I guess it might be a 3-year-old blade now. We'll be back in a bit. Stay tuned. Hi guys. Well, here we are down at the Lickity log splitter. It's just a few minutes later. It's before 12 o'clock, which is strange to get me up before 12 o'clock. And to have already done the list of things that I've already done today is just a miracle. Anyhow, I think I forgot to introduce. This is Frickin' Jeep. My name's John, and I'm glad you came along for today's adventures of a crazy old guy. You want to see something crazy? Bet you've never seen an oil change like this. What I got is this thing was leaning it was leaning down toward the nose. So I used the jack and jacked it up to where it was supposed to, so it would tip down, because the book said tip it down. And then I had to tip it up this way because it was leaning the wrong way. So this is the contraption we got. I think all the oil's drained out. I started draining it before I even went back to the sawmill. That's when I realized, hey, I ain't got no camera here. So one nice thing about this is, besides I can't see a thing in there, is they got the a remote oil thing. Now I'm gonna let it down and get all this nonsense out of here. So hold on to a second. It'll only take a minute to get that down. paused that for you guys, or said be back in a second, but we're only a little bit into it. I'm having a hard time seeing in the back of this camera. It looks like it's all dripped out. It's been draining for probably 10 minutes. Put this fancy drain plug in there, back in there. Try not to drop it in the oil. This thing says it takes 30 weight oil, so I had to go to town. Looks like it only holds about a quart. Some of these models held 2 quarts, some of them held a quart. So I figured, well, we'll just buy a gallon. We'll tighten this up the best we can. Get this out of the way now. That seems pretty good. Now, somewhere, I guess it's in the Kubota, I got oil and the funnel. Of course, I didn't bring a rag. Wasn't that smart. Now there's one here that might be usable. And over here is where you put the Earl in. And it's got a little saber dipstick. I could probably miss that. That's why I got a funnel, so I could pour it all over the engine. Boy, this thing didn't have a seal on it. Usually these have a seal on it. Oh well, make sure it's full. You know, that thing don't even say it's full. Can't read it. There's a little window on the side. We'll put a little bit in there. Yeah, I got it all over everything. Straight 30 weight is what they said to want it in there. I put 1540 in just about everything. But while they had this, I just went ahead and got it. There, it says I got a cord in there. Let me put the lid back in and run the dipstick down into it, and can't see it on the dipstick. It looks low. Alright, I'm going to bring you back when I got that finished up. You kind of get an idea of where I'm going. We'll be back in a bit. Couple test runs. I'll let it settle down for a minute, then I'll recheck the oil, and I think might be ready to go. Maybe that's enough settling down. Let's see here. I got the wrong size wrench for that. I'm trying to do it on this side where it won't be in y'all's way, but that don't work either. Get some of that oil up that I spilled. Got a little place there to store it. Alright, we'll pull. I guess don't know whether you guys can see that or not. I'm gonna so clean you can't see it. I hope it was touching it. Yeah, it's right there, right on the full line. Looks pretty good for me. I don't have any oil changed on anything hardly anymore. I think it's ready to go to the Hope Farm, Hope event. We'll tighten that just a hair. All right, we're going to go from here. We're going to go. Hopefully, some batteries are charged up at the house, so I can start on that, because I want to move this off the pallet, get that up the house so I can finish the crate for the Jeep engine, and that's kind of what's up on the program. But I need this truck here to get the that wood splitter on the back of my truck. Got to wash my back truck though before I can put it on. Just lots of stuff. So stay tuned. Well, here we are working on the box. And I went through my old nails and I found some only a little bit bent ones. There's a couple of them. And I have a tendency to try to straighten them out. Now, everything else is getting so expensive that I don't know if I can afford nails now, to be honest with you. But this is a 4-inch ring shank. Look how straight that is. This one here's a 4-inch not ring shank. Here's a 4-inch ring shank. And these might come to life, they might not. The battery in the thing is, I gotta get the other hammer, it's lighter. The reason I don't use a lot of nails on a lot of stuff is my shoulder's blown out. Both of them. The other one's getting ready to go. That's why I screw everything. This is a one of those titanium hammers. It's a lot lighter, so the old man can swing that for a little bit. But I'll be hating life tomorrow. Here's another. Here's a couple more bent ones. I guess you can't see me straightening them out. I don't know how I ever got these out or how I came by these, but I mean, I had a box of them. That's a ring shank. I like the ring shanks. They seem to hold real well. Almost straight. Nah, no more ring shank. Oh, there's one. That one's actually pretty straight. Yeah, let's go see if I can't bang a few of these in down the other side. And maybe the pass load will come back to life a little bit later on. If not, well, we'll just be banging them. Pretty exciting, isn't it? I like to put 3 per. That hurts. This one's not a ring shank. It ought to go in a little easier. I don't think this palette's going to come apart. It's not. Yeah, those ring shanks take a lot more to put them in. This is poplar wood, if you recall, saw it yesterday. But it's actually pretty dry. So I'm pretty happy with it. It's lightened up a lot. I might be able to pick this up. Now I got to put one in the center there. Start getting that centerpiece. We wouldn't want this thing to fall down. I got it kind of halfway marked. Maybe you can see it. I should have put this is angled that way, but that's the way it's going to be. Here, we'll put one right about here. Then I can pivot the other end into place. Oh, take a nail or two down there. Don't know where my ruler is. Oh, it's down at this end. I think there's about a 12.5 spacing there. There's 12. There's 13. So it's got to go a little bit that way. There's still not enough. Let's see what we got now. We got 12.5. We got not quite 12.5. There we go. 12.5. 12.5. Boy, that's pretty lucky there, wasn't I? Hope I don't hit that good height. Well, I'm gonna work on this for a while and bring it back when it's done, and we got to gonna move this up over there. I did order I forgot to tell you, I got all the parts ordered for that. Well, I got all the parts ordered except for the one I needed. Let me put it that way. So I ordered a lot of different stuff for I ordered a new one of these, smaller. This is 3/4, and that, even though that's I think 5/8, I don't know. These are SAE things, so I ordered a bunch of this nonsense here. So I hope I'll have what's needed to get this thing going, because I really want to get that thing going. So I'll bring you back a little bit when we start moving some stuff around. Bye bye. Well guys, I told you I'd get it up here. Now I got to start getting it together, which is next plan. I got to see if, I think I got to move it over that way a hair, because that sticks out pretty close there, but I got another inch here. I got, looks like I can move it over about 1 inch. I'll measure it. I'll put a square on it, and in fact I might have one hand. No, I don't think I have. I'm not sure whether I got one handy or not in the square department. No, doesn't appear that I got a square in the square department. Used to have a drywall square, but I don't know what happened to it. I probably got another one down at the sawmill, because that's probably where I was at. But I'll just put a square on the bottom and come up and get this side equal with this side. The pallet's a little bit longer than it probably needs to be, but in fact I might have to switch it the other way to get it squared up, now that I think about it, because we're longer this way, and I have about 4 inches, 5 inches there, and I have about 4 or 5 inches there. So I had to do some measuring. I might flip it. I cut it down. It was going to be 34. I cut it down to 32, and I don't know. That's just what's going on. I got to go to Westminster and get a battery, so I'm heading off to the yonder. So taking a break. We'll see you back in a bit. Well, just got back from getting the battery. How you guys doing? Well, I did some measurements from this point here is 6 inches, here is 6 inches, here is 2 inches, and in the back is 5 inches, I guess. I don't know. Anyhow, basically this thing is 24 by 24. But what I want to do, because from here to the edge there's only 2 inches, and from here there's 6 inches, so I'm going to move it over this way 2 inches, so it'll be even this way, and it's already even enough front to back. So that's what the plan is now, but that's later on, because I got to get the truck washed, I got to get the lickety log splitter in, I got to get picnic tables moved. I've got too much stuff to do. Somebody wanted to walk around in the shop. There isn't much to walk around in the shop here. It's just a big mess. I got a fan. When it's hot, I run the fan. I got the can cruncher, junk over there, welder. There's 3 welders over there. The mill, that's about all. Big vacuum cleaner that I vacuum up the chips. I'm sure you've seen that. Different accoutrements for the mill. There's a lot of that stuff. There's a bunch more over here. This is, if you've never seen his nut, everybody's got a drawer that's got miscellaneous stuff in. Well, I'm a pack rat and save everything. So these things work great. They're restaurant food stands, and you can buy these trays for a couple bucks a piece. And, you know, down there is big bolts, then brass stuff, springs, different things like that. Here's a workbench with 10 tons of stuff on it, a few pipe wrenches, old pipe wrenches, and more junk on the floor, some little drill bits there. That's the lathe. Over there is more miscellaneous parts. That's kind of my nut and bolts thing. Here's a few tools in there. A lot of stuff. I used to have a lot more stuff up there in old antifreeze. I don't know if you can read the names. There's stuff on a lot of those old antifreeze things. Bolts and stuff up there. There's the dash for the old wood splitter that used to be run by the Jeep engine. And just Jeep parts and miscellaneous junk and stuff like that. So there's really not much in here. So that's about it for the walk around the shop. The grinder's out here because that always makes a mess. Plus there's no room in there for it. So I am going to go wash the truck, and then it'll dry off. While it's drying off, I will mow the grass and move the picnic tables. We'll see you in a bit. Well, I still haven't washed the truck. I was gonna just kind of get this over, move the engine over, and I thought you guys would want to see how I plan on doing it. So I just had a couple clamps and just kind of pulling it over. So if I'm about ready to run out of threads on that one. Anyhow, this just kind of show you how I'm trying to get it where I want it to get to. Yeah, I just ran out of threads here. Got to get it over another 1/4 inch. This one here's got plenty. Now I got it. Except for it's not grabbing there. There it goes. I think that's about it. Anyhow, that's enough. That's how I move it over. We'll see you guys in a bit. Bye-bye. Update. Hi guys, I did a little bit more on this before I went up and washed the truck. The back piece, this is, I don't know, I'll put in there and I'll put the boards on the side. That gives me something to nail the boards to. The back piece I screwed up on, because here I got, I don't know if you can see from that line up, I got 3/4 inch, and here I only got 1/4 inch. So it's not square, which, like me, I'm square. This board here I put in so it can't come this way. This board here got put up to where it can't come this way. I still got to get me one more board for here to put in so it can't slide this way. And then I put another one, can you see that one down in there? So it can't slide this way. So it's, at this point it's pretty secure, but it's still wobbly. And I'm thinking about putting something down there up to the oil pan, maybe sticking a board up there to the oil pan, but I don't know what the dimension is. So that's where I'm at on that, and we'll go up and take a peek. I got the truck halfway washed. I didn't get into it a whole lot. It's probably going to get another bath before the bunion show. I found out a couple days ago I got another thing. I got to deliver tables and chairs to a big, there's supposed to be like 12,000 people over in Poolsville for some kind of thing going on over in Poolsville. I got no idea what it is, but that's the truck, and the inside needs vacuuming, cleaned out. Oh, I forgot I got metal detectors in there, from metal detectors, badges, all sorts of junk in there I got to get out. I forgot about that, but well, I'll take that out before I go up to the Hope event. So I didn't do much on the tires, and I didn't clean up all the bottom, but she's cleaned up enough for the show, or cleaned up enough to go up the Hope thing. And it's for a what, 20, it's a 97, so for a old truck it's not doing too bad. Now I got to get out here. We got to do a fine grooming on the area here. Oh, the wind's getting you, I know. And get mowed from here down to the apple trees at least. Oh man, I forgot. I'm gonna I gotta walk over to the woods, so I'll be back in a second. Hi guys, I was out here cleaning this up. Now we're over by the woods, and when I was throwing stuff in the woods, I noticed I haven't walked in here in a long time. This used to be the weather station stand here before it got real high, before the trees grew up. But I noticed, Mac, oh man, this stuff is nasty in here. Your deer ran down that hole, and I stuck some sticks in there and kind of, I don't know if I buried him or not, but he was definitely in there. I saw his nose in there. And there's another hole over here. There was one right here. You can't see the divot. And I got this here. This kind of looks like he might be excavating a little bit. That was fresh dug out. And he's got about a wheelbarrow. I bet he's got more than a wheelbarrow load. If you look at it from here, I don't know if you guys can see it in the camera. There's probably every bit of a wheelbarrow load of dirt out from there. So most groundhogs have a up hole. And I don't know how to explain it. They'll dig along and then dig up just to where they hit grass roots. So if they get something comes down their hole, they can't get cornered. They can go up and pop through there. But he's at the base of this tree here, and he's just going to kill that tree the way he's digging. So, Mac, your deer ran down the hole. So we'll see you in a bit. Probably when I'm loading the lickety splitter. Be back in a bit. All right, guys, we're gonna try to get this over into here. gotta load these things. Ouch. These things are heavy. And another one. See you in a bit. Well guys, looks like I misdesigned by this much. So I'm gonna have to make the next one and have it come back further here so I can fit this in. Ain't that a shame? The tailgate won't go up the way it is now, but I can make it go up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Push the tailgate up. Of course, that might push that. See, we're an inch away from that. So if I push the tailgate up, even if I raise that up, it shouldn't interfere in that. So get it in and strap it down is what's next. Have to unhook it from that. So that's what the plan is for now. I wanted to put those ramps in there. That was the plan. Plans change, don't they? Somehow I'll get it all in here. If I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. I'm still going to go up there and help out. Daggone, that's kind of upsetting about that miss. Because you can't close the tailgate. I don't think. Maybe there's enough slop in it. That angle would change as this goes up. If that foot was the other direction, it'd be all right. Well, it ain't going nowhere. It's got to be up against the thing in the front. I guess as that slop takes up, you know, maybe I'll be all right. That's pushing against that. Not too heavy. It's not pushing the bed up. I think we're going with that, guys. That's all there is to it. We're going with that. I'm still going to strap the heck out of it. So I don't think it's going to go anywhere though, to be honest with you. Anyhow, this is going to be it for tonight. We'll see you tomorrow up at the Hope thing. I hope. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and see ya.